In other news, the chick in the crying game is really a man. I mean, man, is that a good movie?
Part of me wishes they were booing him for being transphobic. Hello, all you beautiful people. The Crying Game is infamous for being the most transphobic movie of all time. But is that really accurate? Yeah, it is. Before watching this movie, if you asked me what the plot was, I probably would have said, it's a film where near the end of the film, the guy learns the woman he has been seeing is trans, and most likely tricked into that situation. At least, that's what Mayor Quimby made it sound like, but the film is so much worse than that. The film starts off with an image of a carnival as the heterosexual anthem plays. No, it's not anything by Ed Sheeran. I'm of course talking about When a Man Loves a Woman. Not even bisexuals like this song. Anyways, a couple are out near the carnival and the man is kidnapped.
You're being held hostage by the Irish Republican Army.
I didn't know Ireland had Republicans, let alone their own army. And the kidnapper is homophobic because he doesn't want to help the victim, Jody P. His homophobia is going to pop up later in the film. And since these are some of the most incompetent kidnappers ever, Jody escapes, is run over, and dies. I wish I was joking. And when I say incompetent, I mean capital I incompetent. But since Fergus has formed the opposite of Stockholm Syndrome with Jody, he decides to stalk his girlfriend. By the way, we're only 30 minutes into this film, and it feels like 2 hours.
We're closing.
Just a bit of a trim.
I know men's haircuts typically don't take as long, but that's a move right there. They were probably already cleaned up and ready to go. I mean, the open sign is literally flipped the other way. So Dill, Jody's girlfriend, not to be confused with the one from the start of the movie, is cutting his hair after hours. He's literally making the woman he's stalking work late. Fergus. Then he follows her into a club called The Metro, which is extremely creepy. The Metro sounds like a queer club because it is.
And what do you think his name might be?
I have no thoughts on the subject.
Jimmy.
Jimmy.
So the lies about his name too? He even watches a guy slap her, and what does he do? Follows her around and sees her get abused some more. Fergus.
You can take it out if you want. Came to see her, didn't you? Listen, there's something I should tell you. She's, swat.
I know drinks aren't an indicator of being queer, but Fergus's confusion about the umbrella really is something a straight guy would do in this situation. And second, the bartender is picking up on this because he can tell this guy's straight and oblivious. Certainly nothing bad will happen because of this. And Dill literally does a drag number. And surely Fergus has figured it out by now, right? She sings a song called The Crying Game. That's the name of the movie. Now, perhaps you're a little skeptical about this being a queer club. There's a guy who's harassing Dill over money. He's literally wearing one earring on his right ear, which means the guy is gay.
Be like that. You heard me. I've got very all of a sudden, haven't we, eh? Talk to me. Piss off.
Wait, is Fergus about to do the right thing for once?
Hi.
Hi. Forgot your bag.
Thank you. Who the Jimmy.
It's him, innit?
Maybe. See, they get the wrong idea.
I guess a broken clock is right twice a day.
What'll I do?
Break his neck. No, don't.
If she hadn't said something, he would have done it.
What was all that about?
He wants me to perform for him.
Perform?
Oh, come on, are you really that dense? And that gay guy isn't giving up. He really wants his money.
If you kiss me, it would really get his goat.
I don't understand British slang. Also, don't you have a boyfriend? Or at least think you do? And she asks him out because at this point, she doesn't know how manipulative he is. Then on their date, they almost get run over. Maybe it's because you're walking around in the middle of a dark street. Then Fergus enters her apartment with her and sees all the pictures of Jody, which just shows how creepy this relationship is. And Dill throws out the gay guy's clothes out the window. They tried to be roommates, but it didn't work out. Also, Dill threw that guy's fish out the window, which I feel like is a bit extreme. Now get ready for the moment you've all been waiting for. The penis reveal scene.
You did know, didn't you? Oh my god.
This scene, out of context, makes it seem like she was trying to trick him. But in context, he just looks like a idiot. The dude literally went to a queer bar and picked up a drag queen and assumed she wouldn't have a penis? Yes, some drag queens have a vagina, but the odds are not in your favor. And what does he do in this situation? He hits her and vomits. Dude, you should have seen this coming. Seriously, how does anyone see this as a good plot twist? The existence of trans people shouldn't be surprising, especially in a queer club.
What were you doing in the bar if you didn't know?
That's what I've been saying.
I'm sorry.
You mean that? Don't go, say something!
Honestly, I would let him go. After that experience, I wouldn't want anything to do with him. Dill deserves better. Then he tries following her to the metro again, and then tries to give her a letter. I don't care if he's trying to make it work. That initial reaction was so bad, he should honestly just off. After all, why is he still here? He's still stalking her. I don't give a shit as to why. He's still a creep. Then for some reason, she visits him at a construction site.
No, of course not. She's a lady.
No, she's not that either.
Oh, come on, you just misgendered her.
Never let the sun go down on an argument.
That wasn't an argument. This is an abusive relationship. Also, sometimes you should let arguments go if they're pointless.
And the fact that you didn't know is basically the fault of yours truly.
I think every trans person should be transparent about the fact that they're trans before getting intimate with someone. But in this case, it's clearly not her fault.
And even when you were throwing up, I could tell you cared.
This film makes me want to vomit. Also, he's gaslighting you.
Do you care, Jimmy?
Sure I do.
I'm autistic and even I could tell he doesn't care about you. And to show even more that Fergus is a bad guy, he threatens his boss.
Did you ever pick your teeth up with broken fingers?
I know many of us have fantasized about standing up for our boss, but the violent nature of his comment makes me wonder why anyone wants to be around him.
My, Jimmy, how gallant.
Shut up.
Made me feel all funny inside.
I said stop it.
Ask to meet me again, Jimmy.
Do you think that's wise?
Nothing's wise.
This is an extremely unhealthy relationship. He berates you and doesn't show any sort of compassion for you outside of hurting other people.
Do they know?
Know what, honey?
Know what I didn't know. And don't call me that.
Can't help it. A girl has her feelings.
Thing is, Dill, you're not a girl.
Details, baby, details.
So they do know.
All right, they do.
Don't.
Everyone knew but you! And apparently audiences who originally saw this movie. Also, the way he talks about her is a big problem. Some advice for the trans people who are listening: don't enter relationships with people who don't validate your gender. It doesn't matter if they're learning. You deserve better.
I should have known, shouldn't I?
Probably.
I would say definitely.
Should have stayed a girl.
Don't be cruel.
This is an abusive relationship. This is gaslighting. Like with the letter, she probably shouldn't trust him, but she does. Then one of his partners in the Republican Army finds him, is in danger. He tries to quit, but that isn't gonna work, so they try going after Dill. Honestly, this is all his making. He stalked her, he put her in danger. And so his former partner starts stalking them around the metro, not only drops the bomb that his name isn't Jimmy, but that she's also going after Dill. Cause nothing says I'm a good spy like getting easily caught and then revealing your plans. I guess I went to the same spy school as James Bond.
Bond. James Bond.
It's not a girl, Call.
Oh, shut up.
Whatever you say.
Carl is an ally. So then he gets kidnapped by his former partner and a man that has some toxic masculinity to work through.
I'm getting emotional. I don't like getting emotional.
Maybe that's where Fergus got his temper from. And they let him go. And so he finds her at the metro and takes her back to her salon. If you think this movie was transphobic so far, just wait.
Do you want another haircut, Jimmy?
Oh no.
Do anything for me.
Anything.
I'm not joking when I say this film made me more nauseous than when I watched Saw 4. You can try to make an argument that he's trying to protect her by cutting off her hair, but there are other ways to disguise her while still giving her a feminine haircut. If only they had a hairdresser to help them with this. Oh wait! Seriously, look at the comments of the official clip on YouTube. Everyone is praising this guy. I feel like I'm going insane.
No way.
You said anything, Dale?
Girl has to draw the line somewhere.
I want to change you to a man.
Why?
It's a secret.
This is truly disgusting in many ways. Fergus. If it were a cis woman in this position, he would not be doing this. This is horribly transphobic.
Would you like me better that way, Jimmy?
Yes.
Then you wouldn't leave me.
No.
You promise.
I promise.
I don't even know where to begin. This is a very emotionally abusive relationship. I genuinely don't know how someone who isn't a transphobe would like this movie. The characters in the room make a whole lot more sense than this. And she still wants to make out with this guy even after getting that genuinely awful cut. And then he puts her in Jodie's clothes. My god. I hate this movie. Then there's a gunfight I can't show on YouTube, but you can see an uncensored extended cut of this video on my Patreon. Also, thank you to my patrons, YouTube channel members, and TikTok subscribers. Without you, this video couldn't have been made. This is genuinely the worst movie I have ever seen. Even if you ignore the transphobia, it's still a movie. I genuinely believe this movie would not be remembered today if it wasn't for the transphobia. Anyways, if you enjoyed me ranting about this movie, please give this video a like, comment, share, subscribe, and watch my video on Ace Ventura Pet Detective, where I also go on a rant.